one of our clients, Massy Motors, has made a strategic investment into a leading used car marketplace in Latin America. And Applico Capital has co-invested alongside our client Massy into the startup called Curbo. Co-author and managing director at Applico, Nick Johnson, he's here with us. Nick, you really led the work that we've been doing with Massy and now Curbo. So tell us more about this.
Yeah, so Massy is one of the leading, if not the leading, new car dealership in Colombia and much of the Caribbean as well. And this was really a big opportunity for them in used cars. We kind of helped look at the landscape, and what we really identified is the shift happening from the kind of old school sort of classifieds model to this new model, which Curbo operates in, which is really end to end. They're in the money flow of the transaction. They're not just referring leads out. They're actually facilitating the whole experience from inspection, test drive, payment, delivery of the vehicle. It's a much better end-to-end user experience. And Curbo has really strong technology. They've got a great team. They're based out of the Dominican Republic. And we're really excited to have co-invested in with them, with Massy. Curbo.
David O'Brien, the CEO of Massy Motors, had some nice things to say about the work that we did with them. He said, "We engaged with Applico because our organization aligned on purpose and values. They were able to educate us about the tech landscape and present such a compelling opportunity that we wanted to deploy capital in addition to just entering a strategic partnership. When Applico said they'd also want to co-invest alongside us, that was affirmation of the fact that we had truly found a long-term partner in Applico." So some very nice words there from David. Really a testament, I think, to the work that both companies did, Applico and the Massy Motors team, to get this across the finish line. It's a very big deal for a traditional car dealer to actually say, hey, I'm going to embrace this used car marketplace business model, right? I see this coming into my industry, my part of the world. And how do we get out in front of this and actually make this an asset rather than a kind of detriment and a weak spot in terms of how we operate in Colombia, but then eventually other markets in Latin America as well.
Yes, it's a big opportunity. A lot of the what we see is the Kavaks of the world in Latin America. That's Carvana and others, who we'll talk about in a minute, in the U.S. But this kind of trend towards sales going online has been hugely accelerated by the pandemic and just the dissatisfaction with the typical dealer experience. And this kind of digital user experience is kind of the future. And Massy and us started working together because we kind of identified that and really saw that future coming. And Massy, to their credit, really said, we got to get ahead of this and be kind of leading the charge here rather than waiting till the industry shifts. So super exciting. Really excited to be in partnership with both Massy and Curbo on this.
And I think the opportunity here is not just for Massy. Massy really being, as you mentioned, the largest car dealer in Colombia, but other car dealers can also partner and work with Curbo as well. That's what we found was so interesting, or one of the things about Curbo's business model is that it's actually there to work with the car dealer, as opposed to other business models, which we're going to talk about later, that are trying to completely cut out the car dealer from the transaction, which maybe in some markets, like in the US, you've got Carvana, which trying to just go direct, actually don't really have a marketplace model at all, and are cutting out car dealerships from that transaction. But, Latin America is different. It's difficult to just somewhat replicate the exact model that you see working in, say, the US, and then just bring that to these other kind of emerging Latin American markets.
Definitely. I think one of the things that Curbo does really well, their technology is super strong, and it's really focused on enabling dealers. Whereas, the Kavaks and Carvanas of the world are trying to supplant the dealer. Curbo and the business model that they represent is really about how do we enable dealers and build this marketplace.
So as we mentioned, Applico is also a co-investor. This has become a bigger and bigger part of what we do, being both an advisor to a large enterprise like Massy, And then also saying, well, hey, why wouldn't we also want to invest alongside our clients into the deals that we're helping them forge with these tech companies? Curbo is a great example of that. We're really excited for us to also partner with Curbo and the team there, help them kind of dominate Colombia and then beyond.